welcome to my YouTube channel, Life with Star. I've decided to change my YouTube theme from Coffee with Star to Life with Star because I feel like it suits my channel better. It's gonna be, YouTube videos about my life, right? So today I wanted to do a story time of when I dealt with domestic violence. I was with the guy for 3 years, and 2 years out of the 3 I dealt with domestic violence. I met this guy. He was very consistent. I wasn't into him at first. I finally gave in about 4 or 5 months after, because he was so consistent. He was so good, nice to me. I finally gave in. I moved in with this guy. First year, everything was amazing. Everything was perfect, right? After the first year went by, I don't know what happened. He just switched from one guy to another. He started beating me, punching me every day, slapping me, throwing me out. Today, I'm gonna do a story time of the time that I dealt with domestic violence. I dealt with it for 2 years out of the 3-year relationship that I was with the guy. So I'm gonna start off from the beginning. I was like 19, almost 20, and I met this guy. He wanted to get with me so bad. He wasn't really my type, so I would always say no, but he was so consistent. He wanted me so bad. He was so consistent. He'll bring me flowers. He will buy me gifts. I remember it was winter time. I remember Christmas came along. He bought me nice gifts. He was like that for about 4 to 5 months until I finally gave in. I was like, he's so sweet, he's consistent, I can tell that he really likes me. And so I finally gave in, and we became a thing. We became a serious relationship. The first year, everything was beautiful. He was sweet. He was loving. He was, everything a girl could want, right? We were together for 3 years, and I moved in with this guy. We were together for 3 years. But after the first year, he started beating me. Anything I would say, he will punch me, he will beat me, he will grab sticks, hit me in the head real hard with sticks. When we would be in the car, he'll shove my head so fucking hard. Excuse me. He'll shove my head so hard on the window, passenger side window, that I'll get knocked out. I remember one time he broke the window. I remember he will hit me so hard, he'll grab me by my neck and throw me to the wall, and he ended up breaking the walls. He used to break walls with my head, okay? I remember once I was trying to escape from him. We was in a car. I didn't care. I feared for my life. We was in a car. I opened the door. I did not care if the car was running. I was getting ready to jump. And he grabbed me by my necklace, and he broke my necklace, and I lost that necklace. And that necklace had it had value to me, sentimental value. I lost it. I dealt with it for 2 years. I told his mom about it. She didn't believe me. She didn't care. I told his dad about it. He didn't believe me. He didn't care. Because my thing was that I loved him. I wanted to stay with him. I just wanted somebody to talk to him so he can change. But me being stupid, naive, not really having family, nobody to talk to, I sticked through the domestic violence for 2 years. And it's funny because I remember one time he choked me so bad, I passed out. And I don't know how long I was passed out for, but I remember him being on top of me, shaking me up. Baby, wake up, wake up. He was scared. I guess he thought he killed me or whatever. But when I woke up, I was lost and confused. I didn't know what the hell happened or had happened before. I remember him beating me up so bad in front of his boys, and none of his gangster friends did anything about it. They just let him hit me. Also, I remember him beating me up so bad. I remember I tried to defend myself and he punched me and he ended up breaking my pinky. He broke my pinky. I remember it was just so bad. I went through depression again, like always. I felt like I've been through so many bad things in my life. And I lost a lot of weight again because I'm the type that when I'm depressed, I don't eat. I lost my self-esteem. I didn't feel the same beautiful girl anymore. I felt ugly. I felt like I was worthless. See, that's the thing about domestic violence. You think that nothing is going on, but in reality, you start to change. You start to think different about yourself. And see, that's where the problem becomes. That's the unhealthy part about domestic violence. I remember one day I took a walk. I was very sad and depressed. I took a walk at the park, and I remember this lady. She was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yes." She was like, "No, you're not. You're going through abuse." And I looked at her and I'm like, "No, I'm not, miss. No, I'm not." I was shook because I didn't want anybody to know what I was going through at my home. And she told me, she was like, I'm an abused victim myself. I know what somebody who's being abused looks like. All your characteristics, the way you're walking, the way you're looking at the floor while you're walking. Are you sure you're okay? And I still lied to her. And I told her, yes, I'm okay. And I kept going. She stayed looking at me the whole time, worried. But anyway, I went home. But now that I think about it, if this lady ever watched this video, I want her to know that I was going through domestic violence. I really was. And it's so funny how she was able to know what I was going through because of her past, because she's been through the same thing. It's funny, right? That's why I say that sometimes people know what you're going through because they've been through the same thing. So I dealt with it for 2 more years until one day he had a court date. One day he had a court date over a crime he did. He used to do a chop shop where they steal cars and take parts and sell them. But I didn't know that. I didn't know him. I did not know him when he did all this. I met him after. But I remember after 3 years of being with him, he still had a court date. He was going to trial for that. And I remember I built up the courage and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I had to go. I grabbed all my things, my clothes, everything. I left the house empty. The only thing that was there was his stuff. When he came back, he seen that there was nothing. This meant when Sorry. This man went crazy. He was like, I'm sorry, babe. I'll never do it to you again. Blah, blah, blah. But anyway, to end the story up, you know, those were very hard times in my life. And the words, I couldn't talk to anybody about it. My mom. She's the only family member I have. I have 2 sisters that had their own life going on at the time. You know, it was so bad. He beat me up so bad that the bruises will connect. And I remember I had a job at a pizzeria, and one of the customers, my shirt, it was a shirt, it went up a little bit, and he seen. And he called the cops. He called the cops because he was like, if you're not going to do anything about it, I will. And he didn't even know me. He was a customer at the pizzeria that I worked for. So anyway, after 3 years of dealing with it, I decided, I built up the courage and I left. I grabbed all my things and I left, and he tried getting back with me. He said he was sorry, that he would never do it again. But you know, that's what they all say. You know what I mean? Those kind of people, they might change for a little bit, but they will always come back to their ways. You know, ways. So I just left him and never again heard from him. And so I just want to encourage you ladies, do not deal with domestic violence. It is very unhealthy. You might think that, oh, he loves me. Even though he hit me, he loves me. But it really messes you up mentally. You know, it lowers your self-esteem. I didn't want to eat anymore, and I didn't know why. I was so depressed, but come to find out, it was because I was being abused. And in my mind, I thought it was normal. You know, he loves me. It's okay for him to hit me, but no. It was so sad. The way he would break walls with my head. So yeah, that's my story time about the time that I dealt with domestic violence. For out of the 3 years I was with a guy, 2 years I was getting hit every single day. Punch, kick like a man, head banged through the walls. You name it, I was going through it. I was young. You know, if I had the mentality I had now, I would never allow a man to hit me, ever. Not even a tap. You know what I mean? Don't ever allow a man to hit you, ever. Please, ladies. It damages you physically. It damages you mentally. It lowers your self-esteem. You might not realize it, but then you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I'm ugly. What's wrong with me? Why is this guy treating me this way? You know? So, and sometimes it has nothing to do with you. You know, sometimes a person was born like that, with that mentality, with that evil mentality. So, you know, I recommend you ladies, not to ever allow a man to hit you. Never. Not even once. Not even once. You're allowed once, it's going to continue. So, yeah, that's my story time with dealing with domestic violence for 2 years. Alright? It was bad. I'm just happy that I fell out of love with this guy, and I was happy that I built up the courage to wait for him to leave one day and grab all my things and go. That was the best decision that I ever made in my life. And, one of the best decisions that I ever made in my life. After that, I noticed that he was stalking me around. He found out where I lived. He was stalking me. He was trying to stalk me through my iPhone with my iCloud and everything. But I put a stop to all that, you know. And, you know, I just freed myself away from him. Thank God. Because in that relationship, it was so many times that I could have been dead. So, you know, don't ever let a man touch you, or woman, or guys, don't ever let a woman physically abuse you, or mentally. Yeah, just let that relationship go. See it as a red flag. Let it go. So yeah, that was my story time. If you guys have any questions, maybe I'm leaving out juicy details. But if you guys have any questions, comment down below. Give me ideas. Please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching. Life with Star. Oh, by the way, look what I bought. Isn't it so cute? It's my AirPods case. I got it from Amazon. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. I'm happy that I feel strong enough to talk about it, especially to, you know, people that I don't know. I'm happy that I feel strong enough that it didn't break me down and it made me stronger. So yeah, that's all I got for this story time. If there's anything else you want to know, let me know. I have a lot of story times. I've been through a lot. You see this right here? You see that mark right there? That story time is coming up next. So yeah. Thank you for watching my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.